Monte Vista High School. We all know that being a student here comes with a lot of pressure, not only from ourselves and our parents, but from our teachers and our peers as well. All the students at Monte Vista do a lot of extracurriculars, and the thing is, does the pressure we receive affect us negatively, positively, or even more so, are we even able to handle all the pressure?
I do cheer and I'm a writer.
I run sometimes.
I'm on Monte Vista cheer.
I play badminton. I do piano. I teach choir. I teach piano. I play a lot of instruments. I go online a lot. I make a lot of music videos, stuff like that.
FPLA.
I swim and I have a job working as a math tutor.
Students say that they receive so much pressure because they have to spend nearly 3 to 4 hours on homework every single day, excluding extracurricular activities. However, where does this pressure all come from?
Definitely because of parents and how, the expectations that parents set on their children.
Our parents can be very overbearing constantly, and so I feel like the pressure, it's like a plague. It just travels and it spreads everywhere, and everybody makes it into this huge competition.
I think a lot of pressure comes from ourselves, or the student themselves, their parents, or parents.
At times, the pressure that students receive can be overbearing. However, does this pressure affect them negatively or positively?
It pushes me to do better and try harder and expect more of myself.
Sometimes it can be positive because you want to meet your parents' expectations. At the same time, sometimes it can be overwhelming for students.
All the pressures that I received actually did affect my performance, but it actually made it better because I work well with a lot of pressure, and I feel like I try to accomplish pretty much everything that I need.
So, are students at Monte Vista affected by academic pressure?
Yes, absolutely. I think a lot of pressure comes from ourselves, or the student themselves, their parents.
Yeah, I don't feel the pressure.
Not really. Sophomore year is really easy and it's kind of laid back.
Yes, I do because when my parent, it depends what kind of parents you have, if they're really strict about grades or if they're not.
Occasionally, yeah.
Sometimes I do, before tests, before big tests, when students make a big deal out of it, it's more pressure because I feel like a lot of people here judge your character based on your grades, and so to be accepted around here, you have to have good grades. And sometimes I can just relax and just not worry about it because I know I'll do fine.
A little bit.
Academic stress, not so much.
Our online survey of 114 Monte Vista students gave us insight on their views of academic pressures. In order to keep our survey results as unbiased as possible, we tried to get an equal ratio of male to female students to complete our survey. About 91% of students report that they feel academically pressured at Monte Vista. Interestingly, the majority of students claim to work better without academic pressure. Students rank extracurricular activities as their highest source of pressure. Although some of these pressures may seem small as shown on the graph, when added up, these pressures can actually be quite overwhelming for students. What is your definition of academic pressure?
Academic pressure is a self-inflicted pressure that people believe is there, but it's not actually there, it's just a self-made thing.
I think academic pressure is feeling like you're not good enough compared to everybody else, and that you're inferior compared to other people, and that you're putting pressure on yourself to get better grades.
I think it's a lot of load and stress that's on you, and that makes you work harder.
When the standard of grades is really high and you don't want to have a bad grade because you don't want people to think that you're not smart.
I would describe it as when there are peers around you that are doing very well, or you think everyone's doing well, so you feel the need that you have to be just as good as them or better in order to be, accepted or something like that. Typical Monte Vista type of environment.
I'd say the feeling you have to like be better than you can possibly be like in school.
Trying to live up to certain standards that are set by peers, yourself, your parents, your friends, that you feel that one has to live up to.
Academic pressure is basically the pressure from anywhere, from other peers, parents, teachers, that you have to do well in terms of intelligence.
Academic pressure is pressure from academics when there's like school stuff, and then it puts pressure on you on life and school stuff.
So what? Why should we care so much about academic pressure? Monte Vista High School, one of the top high schools in the nation. It has become increasingly apparent, especially in the last few years, that Monte Vista students face a lot of academic pressure. Even though not all students are affected by this academic pressure, not one student that we have interviewed denies the academic pressure here at Monte Vista. Does present high school academic pressure on us students truly help us succeed in future endeavors at elite universities such as Stanford or the Ivy Leagues? Does this academic pressure truly benefit us students later in our future colleges and careers and throughout our whole lives? Or is this academic pressure just a waste of all of our time and effort in our studies?
At Monte Vista, most students are already burdened by loads of hard classes. Therefore, students should try not to overwhelm themselves by taking too many extracurriculars. In addition to pressure from homework and classes, many students face insistent parents at home. Monte Vista is notorious for its competitiveness, adding peer pressure to students' growing list of worries. Nowadays, students approach other people's successes by pressuring themselves to become better.